Monday, March 19th, 2007, or as I like to call it, Spooky Tales Monday. Oh, I hope you all had a great day. Mine started out, got up at 5:30, took a shower, and went to work for training. It lasted till about 4:30. Wasn't too bad, a lot of paperwork. And then I got to go back tomorrow for another long day, like 7 to 4 again. But the hands-on stuff's mostly tomorrow. I did find out that when they fixed my car, they had to wire something or fix a wire somewhere, and in doing so, they fixed it so my regular lights don't come on, just my parking lights, which makes it very difficult to drive at 6:30 in the morning on some of the dark roads. So after tomorrow, I gotta go Wednesday morning to run an errand and get back here before the moving people come to give me an estimate on my mom's place. Then I gotta take my car over there and have them fix it after I ditch them out. And that's the amount of fun stuff I've been doing today. I've only been home 20 or 30 minutes. Made some coffee. And thought I'd do something different for Spooky Tales this week. I'm listing a few haunted hotels and bed and breakfasts that you can actually go to and stay the night with. And I'm just picking them at random, looking at a chart that I have, and I will start off with the Story Inn. It's in Nashville, Indiana. The Story Inn is located in Brown County. It's one of the most documented haunted locations in Indiana. The inn is located in a small town formerly known as Storyville. It is a romantic getaway without the normal everyday conveniences. There are no TVs, cable, or telephones in the rooms. Many stories include kitchen workers seeing apparitions and objects moving. The most famous room of the inn is called the Blue Lady Room. Apparently, when the blue light is turned on, it summons the Blue Lady to appear. Starting in the mid-1900s, guest books were left with guests to make comments on their visits. Many of the entries referred to the Blue Lady ghost, and several of the accounts were very similar in nature and provide a good read. That sounds like a fun place to stay for the night. Then we go to Bardstown, Kentucky, the Talbot Bed and Breakfast. Built in 1779, this was once an old stagecoach stop and Pony Express hub that provided food, drink, and shelter to the likes of folks such as Daniel Boone, George Rogers Clark, and even young Abraham Lincoln. Modern ghosts have reported Modern guests have reported ghostly activity, and knowing how tragically the Talbot children left this world, it's not surprised after the fire in 1998, underground tunnels, secret rooms, and stairs going nowhere have added to the mystery. Sounds like a interesting place to stay the night. Okay, let's see. We'll now go to Asheville, North Carolina. The Grove Park Inn Resort. A mysterious pink lady has been seen, felt, and experienced by hotel employees and guests at the Grove Park Inn Resort in Asheville for more than 3/4 of a century. Around 1920, a young woman dressed in pink fell to her death at the hotel's Palm Court atrium. Separate accounts of unexplained severe cold chills in room 545 and an apparition in a dense pink smoke. Said to be very gentle spirit, have been reported ever since. Sounds like a interesting pink ghost. Okay, we'll move to the Clarksville, Georgia, Glenn Ella Springs Inn. The inn was named after the couple Glenn and Ella Davidson, who owned the hotel in the late 1800s. There have been several unexplained incidences to happen over the last 10 years with the current owners. Reports have included awakening to an old woman in 1800 style clothes standing in the room. The woman just stood quietly, not imposing any fear or ill feelings, and then disappeared. There also has been the opening of screen doors, lights fading on and off, music playing in empty rooms without radios, and voices heard in dark air. Sounds like another fun place to visit. And the last place that we'll visit this night will be Concord, Massachusetts, the Colonel Inn. Okay, room 24 at the Colonel Inn in Concord, Massachusetts is said to be a home of a ghost. First sighted in 1966. Some reports say it's the spirit of Ralph Waldo Emerson. So if you feel like writing a good story or need some ideas for a good story to write, maybe the Colonel Inn or Colonial Inn would be a good place to visit. Maybe old Emerson will give you some spiritual advice. Well, that's the spooky tales for this week, folks. And next week I'm probably going to do something a little bit more different, try and spook it up a little. So I hope you all had a great night and a great day, and I will see you tomorrow.